righty, we are coming to you from the campus of Bryan University, and I now am joined by one of Bryan's quarterbacks, Brennan Meyer. Brennan, how are you?
Good. How are you today?
Good. Thank you for taking the time, man. First things first, how's the spring gone for you so far? You guys started spring ball a couple of weeks ago, had spring break last week, back at it this week. How's it been for you overall so far, and how is it getting back into the swing of things?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, this offseason we've really focused on becoming a team. And I think the workouts leading up to spring ball have been great. Getting here at 6 a.m. in the morning and having runs and lifts as a team really brings the group together. And I think with our group that we've seen that a lot. And we're just looking to perfect our craft here, spring ball. I think we've done it well. We're working on getting that chemistry together, both sides, offense and defense, and really competing day in and day out, acting like, every day is your Super Bowl. You're not coming out here just going through the motions. We're coming out here getting better and giving everything we got every play. So,
I said to Coach Merritt, I think you have a quarterback type. They had Zevi Eckhouse here a couple of years ago, Jared Guest last year. Of course, you were in the program last year, you this year. I kind of feel like you're the prototype. Guys like you guys are the prototypes of what he looks for in this offense. Guys that almost play like point guards that can make multiple decisions at any moment in a game, whether it be a handoff and pulling and throwing an RPO or play action or whatever the case might be. Is that a fair assessment? Do you feel like you were able to step into this offense and run it seamlessly, partly because you kind of fit what the coach likes?
Yes, sir, I agree. And I think everyone in our quarterback room does. We got 5 guys that can all do it. And I think Coach Drew Anderson, who we're with, does a great job of teaching us the playbook and really making sure that we master the playbook. That's something that we've made sure we've done this offseason, just as a quarterback room, just making sure that we know where to go with the ball and we can make the throws no matter what it is.
How comfortable are you in the system this year? Obviously, last year you get a chance to play a little bit, but how would you gauge your comfort level in this offense right now?
Yeah, I'm getting much more comfortable. Last year, coming in the summer, it was a lot to take on, obviously. To have to study the plays, the routes, the points, the protections, run plays, everything. But now that I've had almost a year of it, it's been good to really have it in me and installed. And so now I don't have to think about the plays as much. I can just start thinking about the defense and before play, just seeing how I think it's going to go.
As a Texas native, have you had a chance to get acclimated to being up here now? It's been going on 2 years. I mean, how are you finally used to New England? It's a different deal up here, man, especially the winters. They can be long and harsh. How's that been for you so far?
It's been good. Obviously, this winter, that was a doozy, but in the summer.
We haven't had one this bad in about 5 years, so perfect timing to be up here.
Yeah, the winter obviously was pretty cold, but I make sure I got my jackets and I got my pants, but in the summer, it's beautiful. In the fall, you can't beat the leaves. It's just a great place. I've never been up here in the Northeast, so it's awesome to get to explore and go everywhere around here. So I'm loving it.
And Rhode Island is beautiful. But getting back to spring ball, obviously quarterback competition. You mentioned the quarterback room earlier. You guys have been pushing each other. You see it out there. Every rep matters. How has that gone for you so far, and how are you guys pushing each other? Because the mark of a good room at any position in football is how competitive you guys are, and are you making each other better? Would you say you guys are doing that right now?
For sure. I think it's also supporting one another. You don't want to, cheer whenever someone makes a bad play. You don't want to pout whenever someone makes a good play. You always want to be their number one supporter no matter who it is. And I think, going out there, we all know how good each other are, and so it just makes us compete every single play because you can't take a play off or else the next guy's going to get the reps. So I think it's just knowing that every play you have to make a play and you have to give your best and no plays off, and support one another is a huge thing.
And obviously you want to use the rest of the spring now to build some momentum into fall camp and to position yourself to be the starter. Where would you gauge you're at this point in spring ball? What do you have left to do in terms of your personal checklist to get to where you want to be?
I think just focusing on myself, honestly, not, looking at this guy or this guy and seeing how they're doing compared to me. I think it's making sure I'm being the best player that I can be, no matter what happens, no matter how I practice, no matter how I am in my study book. no matter what I'm doing, just making sure I'm, being the best version of myself I can be. And I think ultimately, if I'm doing that for myself, I can say that I did my best. And no matter what happens in the fall, that's what happens. But I think if I do that, I have a really good shot.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't ask here, final question. Have you tried some of the Rhode Island staples, the Italian ice, the coffee milk, the clam cakes? Because that's part of the Rhode Island experience. I talked about that with Coach Merritt when he first got here, him talking about really diving into the culture here. It's a different place now. And I love Texas. I've been to Texas a few times. I love my barbecue, as you can tell. But have you been able to get the full Italian experience here in Rhode Island, or the full culinary experience for that matter?
I definitely have tried. I've got my Jeremiah's Italian ice. I've tried my coffee milk. I've went to, everywhere down in Providence, down in Newport. So I'm trying to explore the best I can. This summer I'm definitely going to try to get out and explore some more. So it's been fun.
Well, Brennan, I want to say thank you for taking the time, brother. Greatly appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you again throughout the offseason. And we'll be chatting with you again during fall camp. Thank you. All right, that is Brennan Meyer, quarterback at Bryant University. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the time.